Slapping gums at each other. Any chance they get. The fight clock is brought to you by Modelo. One of the greatest knockouts you'll ever see. It's time
for you to sit back, relax, and listen to a complete and fucking utter armchair expert give his completely and utterly useless opinions on the one hell of an amazing sport that is MMA.
Episode 9, I believe it is, we're up to now. We're up to episode 9 of MMA Quick Chat, and this is an episode, 8 episodes in the making, let me tell you, because we have finally got a certain special guest on the podcast with us. He's finally been able to make some time out of his extremely busy schedule to be able to appear on this, on Australia's best MMA podcast. He is the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC 2, 3, and 4 heavyweight champion of the world, Jesse Big Daddy McCarthy!
Yo, what's going on, everyone? Yes, it's the undisputed UFC heavyweight championship 2, 3, and 4. Let me remind you again. We're going straight off the bat. We are fucking, talking about UFC. We're talking about how we got into the UFC, and we're just going ham about everything,
we are.
And
everything.
anything.
Anything and everything.
Don't mind the dog in the background. That's my stupid son.
His stupid son, who's been in his life since he was 18, and he really doesn't know any better,
No, he just barks and barks and barks.
He barks and
barks. Doesn't care.
If a bit of tumblewind goes past at the front, he'll dead set go through and bark.
Fly goes past the door. He's on it like a fucking, He's just on it.
and also, do not mind the cars and other machinery in the background. We are doing it Aussie style in the outback tonight.
That's it.
This is, we took some inspiration from COVID. We decided to do some things remotely.
Yep.
So we're just doing this podcast in the outback.
Exactly right. And there's nothing wrong with doing it out in the outback. Get out outside.
There's nothing wrong. This man will be able to tell you more than anything. That he loves the outback and camping. So, God, imagine actually doing a podcast out in the forest.
At least it'll be peace and quiet. You'll just hear the fire crackling in the way.
Dead set, like
nice and peaceful kind of thing.
Yeah. All the animals, like all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, just chilling. Just chilling, everything like that. But it'd be very peaceful. And so we'll we'll talk about some stuff, how we got into the UFC.
How we got into the UFC, yeah.
What was our first fight we watched? I'm pretty sure Aidan's already mentioned that to you.
I have, but we'll mention it again.
We'll recap on it and everything like that.
Yeah, I love recaps.
Yeah, and then also obviously watching all the other fights prior to what we're at now is 277.
Yeah.
So, it should be a very interesting topic and podcast that we're going to be making tonight in the Outback.
Yes. All that and more when we come back. Alright, so I'm just going to warn you guys right now that this is probably going to be the longest podcast I've ever done. Like, this man here came up with the name of MMA Quick Chat, but this one is probably not going to be so quick. It's probably going to be closer to an hour of us just talking shit. So yes, be prepared for that, but it'll be a lot of laughs and a lot of fun, I believe. So me and Jesse thought that we should maybe go over our history a little bit again, even though I've already gone over it. And then perhaps, go into our thoughts on some upcoming cards, like some of the stacked ones that are coming up, which we'll get into later. But funnily enough, to start off, I guess, I can't start it off without saying that me and Jesse, we didn't know this until later, we were dead set in the same place, Sunshine,
yep,
watching that infamous fight, Maymac Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. Everyone remembers it.
Yes.
So it's one of those fights that just everyone remembers. Mayweather Pacquiao, Mayweather McGregor. You'll remember it.
Yep.
We were in the same place of Sunshine watching it. Weren't even friends at the time, and we only found out about it later when we became friends again.
Yep.
So that in itself is pretty fucking amazing that we could end up in the same place watching the same fight and we didn't even know it. Then, now, let's address our first ever UFC fight. UFC 246. Conor and Cowboy were gassed for it.
Mm-hmm.
Conor's coming back against Cowboy,
Yep.
who we just witnessed his retirement fight not too long ago.
Rest in peace to Cowboy.
Rest in peace to Cowboy. Let's hope he
What a
gets.
goat, what a goat
What
in
a
the game.
goat! What a goat of the game! What a legend! Let's hope.
Been in for a very long time.
Very long time. Copped a lot of beatings.
Yep.
Let's hope he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame. But
Oh, yeah, for sure.
rightly so. Yeah.
Yeah, 100% deserves it.
But. We watched him and Cowboy. We were gassed for Conor coming back. Conor obviously got the dub in, I think, 46 seconds or whatever the fuck it was. He did
that fight was right after the boxing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, I think.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
He had a bit of a break after the boxing.
Yeah, he did,
And,
yeah.
like, obviously, Cowboy.
He did the Mayweather fight,
Yeah.
and then he came back against Khabib and lost.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then I think he did the Cowboy
Yeah,
fight.
and
I
after
think.
the Khabib one,
Yeah.
the things that happened to him and everything like that, with the throwing the stool through the fucking.
Oh yeah, throwing the dolly through the fucking bus window.
Yeah,
and,
all that. And then
all that
court
shit.
and shit like that.
And he
so-
went to court, and
Yeah.
then he ended up coming back against Khabib and got tapped.
Yeah.
Which that's another story actually
Yeah.
coming up in some of the
And
fights
also
coming up.
turned himself to a humble man.
Then he turned himself to a humble man, and then he said, "No more Mr. Nice Guy."
The nice guy.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
And he came back as you fucking
Yeah.
oh, who the
Dustin.
yeah, who the fuck is that guy again? You
Came
know,
back to that kind of guy.
came back to that kind of guy,
Like
but
kind of shat on his face when he did though.
Oh, it did,
he
'cause,
was,
yeah,
he was
'cause
a nice guy.
it shat on his face and he shattered his leg as a
Yeah,
result of
well,
it.
That's what happens.
That's something I'll never forget seeing. But
yeah,
fucking,
definitely. I still got that on record. That one.
oh
It
god,
was a pretty deadly thing.
yeah, that was like
You just
oh,
see his fucking ankle just.
that was gruesome,
snapped.
But yeah, fucking yeah. So and then we watched that. Obviously, you got the dub in 46 seconds. Conor, that is, not Cowboy.
Yeah.
Cowboy probably got a big fucking bag though, which he was probably thankful for.
Sure, easily. I mean,
And
you're fighting Conor McGregor.
Oh yeah.
Cunt's got money, so
Red,
obviously.
as Charles Sonnen said, red panty night is still a very real thing. But dead set. 2 years later, this guy's got a bedroom full of UFC posters.
Yeah, been collecting those.
Been collecting them, hoping to one day sell them. I guess, I don't know.
I mean,
maybe get them signed.
If they're all in like mint condition and everything like that.
Yeah.
Who knows? Might be up to UFC 300.
Oh yeah,
gonna have-
that's going to happen at some
Yeah,
point. within
and
the
I'm
next
going
year
to
or
have
two.
posters from 258 or I think it was 258. I'm not sure, but you got 269 and all that kind of stuff, and 270, and now obviously now 277.
It's that in itself is crazy. How the fuck have we got to, 2 podcasts ago I was reviewing UFC 200. How are we now at nearly at UFC 300? That is ridiculous
It's just coming closer
in
and closer
itself.
to the day.
Yeah, but we're still going strong. We're still watching vividly. We're big fans of the UFC now. We watch religiously almost.
And like we were saying, I got the games 2, 3, and 4.
Oh
And
yeah,
obviously I'm still champ at every single game.
yeah. As much as it pains me to admit
Bet this man himself, Mr. Aidan. I bet him multiple times. The score is endless. But I don't want to brag about that. I'm not the greatest, but I am pretty good. There's another bloke that I've absolutely destroyed in every single UFC. I won't mention his name, but
I mean UFC 2. UFC 2. He likes
with the
to.
grappling. Definitely.
He
good
likes
with
to
the
think
grappling.
he's the GOAT in UFC 2.
But I've swept him up
Because
that many
I
times.
may as well tell this story too. I fucking embarrassed him one night.
Oh, yeah,
fucking
I
playing
remember
UFC 2.
Yep.
Literally embarrassed him to the point where he was sulking the whole time.
Yeah.
And he never admitted this, but I know it to be true. He went home, read the rule book, did career mode and just got real good because he went home and said to himself, I'm never being embarrassed like that again. And he just went home and got good so he'd never get beaten like that again.
Yeah.
Oh, and
that was going for a while. That wasn't it?
Yeah, that little fucking rivalry. And ever since, he's always thought he was like every time we've played UFC, he's always asked to play UFC 2. Purely because he thinks, he'll win.
Yeah. And
in that game.
he's semi-good at 3. He's,
okay at 4.
Yeah, I'll say okay at 4.
He's probably about as good as me, maybe a little bit better at 4, I'd say.
Yeah, UFC 3, I'm fucking goat at.
Yeah.
UFC 2, I think the other bloke maybe takes it, but he's only good with the grappling. Not really good with the striking. Kicks, leg kicks, all that, head kicks, everything like that he's pretty good at.
Yeah.
Striking is not too bad either.
Yeah.
When I'm playing, I play it smart, obviously, and try and dodge and dive and check those leg kicks and all that kind of stuff. So I've kind of matched him when he's playing. I've definitely kind of matched him, that's for sure. I know exactly what he's going to throw, exactly what he's going to do next, and I already know. And then sometimes I just end up taking the win. Yeah, and then he just gets real angry about it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, God yeah, does he get angry about it? Remember when I was filming the knockouts? And I posted them. Oh, God, did he get angry about that. Yeah. He dead set wrote on a piece of paper, my name has a small penis. And he keep trying to show it in front of my film. All the
knockouts and everything like that. When I knocked him out, clean, pushed him up against the cage.
I've still got some of those videos. I'd video every one of them. Yeah. And I'd be like, ooh, flush on the jaw.
Pushed him up against the cage.
Oh, God, that was a legendary one.
I don't know.
You pushed him up against the cage.
Pushed him up the cage, and I think I just sat him down with a fucking elbow, and just his neck snapped and fucking just went to sleep after that.
Oh, wow.
He had nothing to throw back either, so it was fucking, I'm like, wow.
It's like I'd film all of yours and just be like, oh, look at that, flush on the jaw. Say things like that. Easy win.
And then when the other bloke
would win,
he'd be like, I'm not even going to get my phone out to record.
No.
A waste of time.
And then he'd be like, where's your phone? I'm like, my guy didn't win, so why am I going to film? Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah, no, there's been some fun nights, definitely.
Fun nights,
and there's some obviously rival nights as well.
Some rival nights,
but that's that's the UFC.
That's the UFC.
You gotta have that kind of fight over it. So I don't know. You just gotta fight over the game, and whoever wins, you win. And obviously, if you lose, you're a bitch. and you've dead set taken an L home. But you can also take a W home if you just beat me. The undisputed 2, 3, and 4 UFC champ.
Oh, there's been times where I've had the belt. And Dead said I whenever he would answer the phone to me, I'd ring it like, the champ is here.
Yeah, rub it into my face, and then I'm like, no, I'm not having that. And I took my belt back. Took it back.
Like Alexander Volkanovski, I took my belt back.
Of course.
But I don't know what you're doing there. Sorry, he's moving the table around. I don't know what he's doing.
That's all right, continue.
But yes. Yes, he took his belt back, unfortunately. I don't like to admit that. I would like to say I'm still the reigning defending undisputed champ, but unfortunately I'm not.
Yeah, no,
he is.
Not anymore.
Haven't been for a while. Haven't tasted that gold for a while. I've been down there for a long time.
And you've been just sitting there collecting dust.
Literally, UFC 4 has not been getting played.
No. Because you've just lost that many
times. I've lost that many times, It's like, nah.
Just give up.
Dana White just kicked me out of the UFC.
Just
nah. You're not good enough at this point.
No, not at all. But what else? What other things you want to
discuss? What other things should we discuss? Well, yeah, I mean...
That's basically how we got into it, obviously. And
That's how we got into it.
Watching the Cowboy and Conor fight, watching that, and then obviously we... started playing PlayStation together, and obviously that's when UFC 4 was
we played PlayStation together dating back to the old day. I should clear that up too, I did mention that. Me and him were friends back in school, and then stopped being friends for 3 years, which is when the fucking main Mac fight happened. And that's when we weren't seeing each other, and then we became friends again after. So, we played PlayStation dating back to the old days, but we started playing PlayStation again pretty quickly after we
playing
started hanging out again.
GTA,
oh yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, GTA, and well, we started playing a lot of UFC after we started fucking watching UFC, obviously. But yeah,
we kind of skipped UFC 3 though, because your UFC didn't.
yeah, it doesn't work. My UFC 3 dead set. I like brought it and played it for like a year, and then it just froze up and stopped fucking working.
Yeah, it
like,
just doesn't work. So we just obviously went as soon as UFC 4 came out. We're like,
I brought it. Dead set brought it for $100, and 6 months later, on sale for $50. That's my life.
I think it might be cheaper now.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure one of my mates actually got it on Xbox for free. You know how we have EA Plus?
Oh yeah. You only get it if you play for EA Plus though.
So
Same thing with PlayStation
which is like only
Plus.
$10 something a month. So you just got UFC 4 for basically $10, and we paid $100 for it.
Yeah, I know. I don't ever play it. It's annoying.
Yep.
Don't mind the coughing.
Yeah, this man is a bit crook.
I'm a little bit under the weather. Yeah. Normally I wouldn't be recording, but when you get an opportunity to secure this, man, you take it. But yeah, we pretty much covered everything. Obviously, this guy came up with I think I mentioned it. This guy came up with the podcast name, MMA Quick Chat. Very random name, but I took it anyway.
I mean, we are talking about MMA, and it's just a quick chat.
I mean, this isn't going to be a fucking quick chat.
The special guest, right?
This is going to be a very elongated chat, but anyway, yeah. No, it's
especially special guest.
I had to get the man who came up with the podcast name on.
Of course. And first guest as well. I'm very honoured. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, probably only guest too, because I'm not going to get anyone else.
Who knows, you could get the man that's starting with the A on.
Oh God! Imagine if I get him. That'd be legendary. Get all the Aussie fighters on. That would be legendary. I probably would become Australia's best MMA podcast then.
Oh yeah.
I'm like Logan Paul right now. Like, welcome to Impulsive, the number one podcast in the world, number 66. Yeah, dead set.
Yeah. But, everyone starts out, off something. So.
Oh, they do. That's it. Yeah. Before we get to, because we want to talk about upcoming cards and shit, and upcoming fights.
Yeah.
That'll be I don't know, maybe last, or I don't know, maybe second last part of the podcast. I don't know. We'll decide on it. But before we get to that, favourite fighters. We've already kind of addressed one. Alexander Volkanovski.
Alexander Volkanovski. He's, in my opinion, my favourite fighter at the moment.
Yeah.
Obviously, Aussie. He's just a champion. He used to play rugby. He came from what every man and their dog they're doing right now, working, playing sport, that's it. And now he's a UFC champion, sorry.
And he's going for apparently a second belt.
Yeah, exactly.
He wants to go for the lightweight belt as well.
Being a bricklayer,
yeah,
and playing rugby to now what he's doing now is just like a massive, accomplishment for Australia as well. So definitely he's one of my favourites at the moment. And then you obviously got Izzy, Whittaker.
Yeah, Izzy, Israel Adesanya, yeah, Robert Whittaker, yeah.
Got all them.
Speaking of which, Robert Whittaker is
coming to
Culture Kings in Melbourne, yeah.
100% we're going to go there.
Oh, yeah, 100%, yeah.
I think it's something August, next weekend.
Yeah. Izzy, the only thing with Izzy is, and it's something I've really noticed of late, he's not really entertaining as such, like as far as his fights.
He definitely used to be. First verse
like Whittaker and like Gastelum and all that.
The first time he versed him, it was dead set like you're like, oh okay, this can bring some heat. Like his walkout, obviously after he knocked out Whittaker, his little gun thing.
Oh
jumped on his knees and went like that. He actually brought the heat and everything like that.
Oh yeah.
But now it's just he's playing it smart and everything like that. But like you definitely, his last fight, you did not see much from him at all.
No.
Nothing at all. So it looks like he's been a bit quiet. But, he's still champion. So, that's why he's in my list of top favourite fighters.
Well, yeah, his last fight and, the last few before that.
Yeah.
Yes. So, that's all good.
So, yeah, What about you? Who are your...
I've already gone over a lot of my... favourites of all time today, but Volk, Izzy, Whittaker, Peter Yarn.
Yeah, Peter Yarn,
there's a lot. Bam Bam Tui, but he's not bad.
Sugar Show's alright. He's
Bam Bam Tui Vaza.
100%. Yeah, no.
Really like Jake Matthews too.
Yeah, Jake Matthews is a fucking goat.
Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a few of them. I mean, it's see, me and this guy back in the day used to be big into footy. Like, we used to watch a lot of footy back in the day, and like we really just sort of got out of it because it's, you know, basically just a bunch of fucking $1 million paid a year guys running around, you know, going to the tribunal for bloody touching someone with their pinky finger. You know, it's like what the hell is this? But yeah, no, we really got into UFC. Especially, actually, I should mention too. I forgot to mention. The reason we got into UFC is because I think a few months prior to, or it might have been a month prior to, the Conor and Cowboy fight, this guy was watching Nate Diaz versus fucking Jorge Masvidal, the BMF title fight. Yes. Fucking, yeah, when I saw that, I'm like, oh, you're into UFC? I am too. Let's go watch. And it just so happened to be that Conor was coming back. Fucking, it was a perfect card to, you know, come back and watch. Yeah. So there's been a lot of things that have worked out, but I don't know if I should or shouldn't talk about the thing that didn't work out. Us not going to the card 3 cards prior to Conor and Cowboy in Melbourne. Don't even talk about it. The one that Izzy won the belt on.
Izzy won the belt. The atmosphere was crazy.
Crazy.
But from videos, not from me being there in person, which I'm still shattered about.
I'm still shattered about to this day.
Because we were more into the footy back then, obviously the UFC didn't really mention, like, you know, didn't even come up on our heads.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So we had no idea this sport was like as crazy as it was. Obviously we knew some of the fighters in there, but we didn't really watch it as much as we watched the footy.
Oh, yeah, well, back in the day we were big into the footy. But yeah, sort of got out of it. I mean, COVID played a big part in it because the game just changed drastically after COVID. But yeah, also just, I don't know, the game just wasn't what it was to me anymore. I was also mates with another guy who was really big time fanatically into it, and sort of when I stopped hanging with him, it was just like, I've got no real reason to be into this anymore. So, you know, I just sort of stopped following it as much.
And now you watch
a great
sport.
A great sport, yes. A great Sunday afternoon out.
Yep. Couple of bevies
at a place like the Plaza Tavern, which we just came from. Yeah. A very great place, which I shouted out in my last podcast, which 100%. We just came from.
Definitely a big shout out to the Plaza Tavern. They got everything you need, the pokies, the pool table, you know, the place where you can go have a nice hit of cancer from. And
nice crisp with the cancer.
But, you know...
Oh, you wouldn't believe how many times I laughed trying to make that ad.
But yeah, just an all-round good place, good food, good atmosphere.
Yeah.
UFC's on, no one's trying to start punch-ons or nothing like that with you. They're just all there to watch the UFC and then fuck off and go.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a couple of old blokes there, but there's also a lot of blokes our age there, and that's sort of the difference between certain other places around here. There's a lot of old people in certain other places.
A lot of older people actually don't mind watching the UFC.
Oh, yeah, of course they don't, because they probably came up watching the boxing, and, you know, they're used to watching that sort of stuff. But yeah, so we're up to 19 minutes of recording.
Yeah. All
right. So we'll
come back and
talk about some upcoming cards, maybe, and
definitely. Yeah.
Whatever else.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, all that and more when we come back. All right, we are back in black. I hit the sack. But I don't get copyrighted for this sound. No news from the news. We've done this about 3 times over. I should have left them in the bloopers, but I didn't. I've only got one. We're back.
A bit of rapping there for you guys.
Very good. Rap over a rock tune.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, that's just how we roll here in the Outback.
We're not here to talk about rolling things.
No, we're not. I mean,
we are here to talk about the UFC.
We are indeed.
Upcoming fights in the near future.
We are indeed. We're excited to watch. Yes.
So obviously we have 277.
277.
This Sunday, but for all the other people in America and all different countries,
yes,
it'll be Saturday night.
Yes.
But that's going on at 8:00 a.m. That's starting at that time in. It says American time, so that's when it will be starting. But I don't know. What time does the fight usually start in the UFC?
Main card usually starts at about 12.
Oh, there you go. So if you're just there to watch the main card, obviously go to the local, the Plaza Tavern, and you sit there and you watch your you watch your UFC, and it's great.
I mean, a little bit of a spoiler alert. Depending on what happens, we may not be at the local.
Sadly not.
Sadly not. We could be over on the other side of the western suburbs, back in, say, perhaps some old haunts of ours.
Definitely
Maybe, perhaps,
old stomping grounds.
some old stomping grounds from back in the old days. Perhaps something along the lines of Teeny Bopper Central.
Agree.
Yes.
Those
But,
teeny bobbers are
yes,
everywhere.
teeny
in that
bobbers.
joint.
Fucking everywhere, cunt. Don't worry, this podcast is explicit, so we can say whatever the fuck we want.
But they're fucking everywhere, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. They're running around like, ooh, it's so cool. I do my 800 laps around the plaza and I look at this shop and that shop and blah, blah, blah.
For the 600th time. But
Oh, yeah.
we're here to talk about that.
Yes.
Maybe this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, we could possibly be going down to the good old Water Gardens
Town
shopping
Centre.
Oh, it's town centre, shopping centre, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is a shopping centre and it is a town centre because it is probably the biggest plaza kind of thing that they have over in that side.
On that side of
except High Point.
Except High Point and possibly Airport West, because Airport West
Oh,
is
sure,
sort
that's
of
pretty
about...
big there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, but that's where we used to go back in the day, obviously.
Oh, yeah, we went there a few
Teeny
times
boppers.
back in the day.
Yep,
Yeah.
Teeny boppers. We'll,
Oh, yeah, when we were young.
Yeah, we'll go there all the time and all
Young,
that kind of stuff.
dumb, and bro.
Yeah,
Literally.
So, dead set. But yeah, no, so we used to go there all the time. It was basically like the plaza for us, but...
Oh, yeah, it was...
Obviously now, looking back now, we're like, fuck that, catching a train all the way there and shit, but if it's obviously for a UFC fight, I think we'll do it because we obviously want to go to TSG.
Oh, yeah. That is the Sporting Globe, not the tobacco store.
Yeah.
We're not going to watch UFC fights at the tobacco store.
Yeah, no, not in the back of the little Asian fucking shop and sit there watching on a little fucking screen.
Imagine that. And then watching UFC on the back of the screen.
So, you know, it wouldn't be the greatest thing to do. But,
No.
So that's why we're going to go down to Water Gardens. They have Sporting Globe there. That's why we're going to be watching it. And obviously we'll be doing, you know, killing two birds with one stone. We'll be going there to take, you know, photos back in the day.
Well, yeah, we'll like fucking, what do you call it? Like, replicate old photos sort of thing.
Do that kind of shit because obviously, you know, it's been a while since we've been there and all
Oh,
that,
yeah,
so.
long fucking time. Yeah.
So, yeah, no, definitely we'll do that. And then obviously to watch the UFC at the Sporting Globe, which we've never been to that one before.
No, I've been to the Werribee one, but not that one.
Yeah, we've obviously walked past it and everything like that. So, yeah, no, 100%. We're going to go there. We're going to watch it on the big screen, right next to the water, try a different atmosphere, and, you know, see how the people there, if they're all good.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe later down the track when we go see either 278 or 279, we could obviously even go back there and watch one of these fights instead of going...
Yeah, maybe, yeah, who knows.
No disrespect on the Plaza's Tavern, though. It's still a fantastic joint.
Oh, yes, we thoroughly recommend going there, given the new business.
But we, you know...
Because there ain't too many other joints who
we want
fucking
to
do it.
spice it up a bit, you know?
Yeah.
We'll try something different.
As I found out, there ain't too many other fucking joints in the western suburbs that do it. Yeah.
No, so that's why we're going to, you know, experiment out, do some random shit. And, just do what we do.
So, let's talk about these upcoming cards.
So we have, where is it? 278.
We might as well talk about 277 first. That's the one we're going to be seeing this weekend.
Okay, alright.
So I've sort of delved onto it in my latest podcast or my last podcast, but we'll go into it again. Obviously, Nunes and Penner again for the title,
Which should be an interesting
fight. I cannot actually pick a winner in that one.
no.
I have no idea who's going to win
the
there.
bets,
The betting odds are actually even,
Equal, yeah.
which is rare. Like that never happens.
Yeah.
But also Kai Kara France gets his shot at the gold.
Yeah.
Paulo Costa was meant to be fighting on there, but it got cancelled, as we found out.
Yep.
And Derek Lewis is fighting on there.
That should be
That should be a good fight. Yeah.
Copping that elbow.
Oh yeah, from Tai Tuivasa. Yeah.
Just copping that elbow and just dropping like that.
So that's going to be an interesting card. Me and Jesse hope we can watch that one together at Water Gardens, Town Centre.
Yes, Town Centre.
Indeed. But yes, we've got 278 Usman versus Edwards too, I think it is.
Yep.
I'll be honest, at the moment I'm probably only be interested for Usman and Edwards too.
Yeah, that's it. Like that's really the only thing that's catching my eye in 278, right?
Yeah. 279 now. Oh, God, that fight. That Jemiah versus Diaz.
Oh, that's going to be a scrap.
Yeah, I reckon fucking Nate's going to get mauled in that fight.
Yeah. I reckon he'll get choked out.
Nate's fucking... Dana's handing him to the fucking wolves. Yeah, like, he's dead set saying to him, this is for slapping me in the face on camera and all the other shit you did.
Yeah, so,
here you go, have Jemiah.
Yep, so
fucking on the way out.
That's going to be a scrap right there. I reckon Diaz, sadly, as much as I love Diaz...
I reckon
I don't think he'll get the dub that.
Oh, no, he won't. He'll probably get beaten up and...
Because you think Diaz is really good at, like, just punching.
Oh, yeah.
And boxing and everything. Like, kicks, all right, but as soon as he gets taken to the ground and just absolutely demolished.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dead set. But fucking... I'm not... He'll probably fucking... He'll walk out with his face all bloodied. He'll stick his middle fingers up and be like, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Well, who
Just
knows?
walk out.
We'll see how he goes, because when was the last time he actually fought?
Didn't we see it? Was it Edwards? I think.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah.
Who won that one?
Leon won that one. That's why he's getting the fucking title belt. Title opportunity.
Yeah,
But
second... Oh, yes, I see. Yep, Usman. Yep, okay.
Yeah. Alright, and then we got... so that's 279, and now the one I really want to watch is UFC 280. That is going to be a stacked card.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so keen for that.
Yeah.
Definitely keen for that fucking fight, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, those fights,
Fights, yes, because there's more than one we want to watch on there.
Lot.
Yeah. Well, we're already over 31 minutes, so we're already over, pretty much close to being over my longest podcast yet.
Yeah, so we have some big names in this 280. We have Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Yep.
We have Peter Yan. And obviously the champion Oliveira.
Yep.
And I can't pronounce his name. How do you pronounce this bloke's name?
Islam Makachev or whatever the hell it is. I have no idea.
Something like that, but we all know who he's fighting. So that's going to be a fucking mid fight.
Yeah.
But the Peter Yan and Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Oh yeah, Sugar Sean's gonna get fucking demolished in that fight, I reckon.
But it is the odds are 330 Sugar Sean.
You can bet the Nelk boys will be there though. They're real big fans of Sugar Sean in the UFC.
Yeah, definitely. They'll 100% be there.
Oh yeah,
without a doubt. And they'll be putting on money and shit like that.
Oh yeah,
they'll be making some money easily.
Yeah.
But yes. Don't mind about the motorbike.
Don't mind about the motorbike. We did say we'd wait to start it, but we are kind of on a time constraint, unfortunately.
Yeah. So we gotta, oh, there we go. It's all shut off now. So we're chilling.
He shows up. Just a motorbike in the background. So good.
But so I think we've obviously talked about 280 and everything like that.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, there's Sean. Aljo versus who's he? Oh, is it TJ? He's fun. Oh, Oscar, shut up.
Yeah, this is where we want to kill Oscar.
Yeah.
Just absolutely annihilate his poor little body.
Yeah. Aljo's fighting TJ, which that's going to be an interesting fight because TJ's one of this guy's favourite fighters as well.
Yeah, I do.
Snake in the grass.
But yeah, we'll just quickly go see what the hell Oscar's barking at, and we'll be right with you in a sec.
Yep.
Sorry about that little inconvenience that we just had. Oscar was just barking and alerting me that there was someone at the front door, and sure enough, it was my brother. So I opened the door for him, luckily, because I locked his ass outside in this freezing cold weather.
Yes, he would have been stuck in prison, or outside. He would have had to come through the gate, and it would have said, "Oh, g'day guys, how you going?"
Mid-podcast, just interrupted like that. So I'm like, "No, sorry guys, I'll be right back." And look how peaceful it is now. No barking from the dog.
Yes, no barking. Until 5 seconds later when a fly comes past, and then he'll be barking.
Oh, that's when he'll start off again, 100%.
Yeah.
But, so we kicked off, we're talking about TJ Dillashaw.
Yeah, well, we're talking about all the fights we want to see.
TJ Dillashaw, that's obviously, he's one in my, favourite fighters, definitely. He's just a loose cannon.
Oh yeah, he's a loose cannon.
Loose cannon, can cop a couple of punches, shit like that, and he's just crazy. And then when he obviously gets that win, it's like
100%.
It's cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. TJ is. I don't know. Will he beat Aljo? Maybe. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Sorry, he had to just throw the toy to Oscar, and now Oscar's looking at it quizzically as to
He's not
where it
walking
went.
on the grass.
He's got no idea.
It's like, Dad, are you kidding me right now?
This man cannot even run after his own toy. Like, he'll sit here
How dare
and just
you?
be like, go and get it.
How dare you throw my toy on the grass, the cold, wet grass,
I have
and
to,
now he's walking around on the concrete.
try and find a way to get it.
Now he's just standing there, watching the toy as if it's going to get up and move towards him, when he doesn't even know that he takes 5 more steps,
And he gets it.
and he gets it himself.
Yeah, he's dead set looking at him like, are you going to get it, Dad?
And he doesn't, obviously sit there and be quiet about it. He'll let you know if he can't get his toy. He'll sit there and bark and bark and bark. And sure enough, I'll give it 5 more minutes and he'll start barking.
And Jesse will have to get up, walk through the grass,
Yep.
probably with all the snakes coming out of it, like Connor once said, snakes in the grass. And fucking he'll pull them out, and he'll have to put Oscar's toy on the concrete
Yep.
just so he can get it.
Play with it.
Because that's how lazy he is.
Yep. For
Jesse's
being a
son.
Kelpie as well.
Oh, yeah, because
I think
he's...
he'd be like, a bit more manlier.
Because he still is a puppy. Even though he looks like a mature dog, he definitely still is a puppy.
Yeah. He has no idea.
Oh.
There you go. He's on the ground.
Apparently not. He may have been alerted by something. But yeah,
that's enough talking from the dog.
that's enough talking about the dog, yes.
About the dog, yeah.
So, what else are we going to talk about?
Just, Alright, let me ask you some questions.
Questions. Okay.
Alright, so, what made you start this podcast? Like, what came through your head when you're like, you know what, I'm going to make a quick chat about...
I don't know. I just thought, I want something that I can just fucking talk shit about MMA on.
Yeah, and
So I
obviously
just-
like recap and everything like that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Do you have any questions for me or anything?
Not really.
Should come prepared for this.
I mean, I didn't really come prepared for.
Think off the spot.
I mean, you're only the guy who came up with the name of the podcast. Like, there's no real questions. I mean, like, we got into MMA at the same time.
Are you thinking about continuing on with this podcast?
I mean, yeah. So long as I'm still into MMA, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Probably.
You're also into music as well, aren't you?
I am. Yes, I record a few tunes.
Yep, nice. I've
Actually doing an album as we speak.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. New
And-
album coming out.
This man may be on it.
Yes, it's a big maybe. I'll just have to, obviously practice a bit more. But yeah, no, it should be definitely good to listen to. Do you want to give yourself a little plug?
A little plug. I've never really given myself a little plug on a podcast, but MC Aidan on all platforms. Hopefully it gets my monthly listeners up.
Yeah,
And
100%.
maybe it gets a little bit of dollars in my pocket. Probably won't, because it's so hard to make money on that shit. Dead set. I think 1 million streams on Spotify is $4,000.
Yeah, so
It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous,
cunt. Like, yeah, but
100%, give it a listen. It's definitely a good, obviously, couple of albums we got on there.
oh yeah, and there's about to be one more. But yeah.
So yeah, 100%, guys, give that a listen. MC ADOS on all platforms.
Yes.
And we'll be right back with a little short ad break.
I mean, I don't know if we're... are we coming back? I don't think we are. Are we? I mean, what else is there to talk about? Are we coming back or are we not? I don't think there's anything else to talk about, really.
Yeah, I don't think there is either.
Nah, there's not. I think we've kind of covered everything. So, guys, first
has been-
and probably only guest on the podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might get him on again, maybe, at some point. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
We're basically rambling on right now because...
Well, we are, because
we
we
did-
came into this unprepared.
Yeah, unprepared. We had no idea that it was going to be
I mean,
for
that's-
this long, but it was still, obviously a good chat. We had
Oh,
our
yeah.
laughs.
I mean, I come into every podcast unprepared, but, but I just do
well.
it off the cuff.
Who knows? Maybe the next one might actually come prepared with some more better questions.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut it short, but you kind of got the gist of everything that's going on. How we obviously met. You got into the UFC.
Oh, yeah, got into the UFC and everything.
First fight, who we're excited to see, and it was basically just a run through on
Yeah, run through and, all that
about
sort of
our
stuff.
opinions in the UFC and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So sorry to cut it short, but I don't see anything else to talk about really, and it's getting colder out here, so we're going to go in at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it's been great to have you on the podcast, Jesse.
You, sir. Thank you. For,
great to have great to have another voice on the podcast, because my voice gets a bit fucking. you go a bit insane just hearing my voice. But yeah, it's been great having you on.
Cheers,
and
thank you.
As a little bonus, we have left a little funny clip to show you guys at the end.
Yeah,
so
100% enjoy.
Yeah, enjoy the card this weekend and the following weeks. The following months, guys. And yeah, till next time. Take it easy.
See you later. We're back.
We are back indeed. And so me and Jesse thought, you know what, we'll just chat about some upcoming cards we're keen for.
Yeah, definitely.
And excited to watch and talk about.
100%, definitely.
But we're keen to watch these upcoming cards, of course.
You might have to delete this one. This one's